Jai Sriman Narayana. Hello everyone, I am the Pauranika. Welcome to the second episode of the Mahabharata as written by sage Vedavyasa. This is Parvasangraha Parva of Adi Parva. After speaking about the greatness of the Mahabharata, Ugrashrava summarized the story and rendered the abridged version of the epic. The sages who heard it blissfully asked, "O Sutaputra, you mentioned about your visit to Samanta Panchaka. We would like to know more about the place and its importance. Please do let us know." Then Sauti said that once upon a time, the valorous archer Parasurama, out of anger towards the wrong and despicable deeds of the tyrannical kings of the world, attacked and killed the kings again and again and made 5 lakes of their blood. The place where he made such lakes is called Samanta Panchaka. In that place, he offered oblations to his forefathers with the blood of the kings who had wronged not just him and his family, but also the people of the world. I would like to give some context to the listeners on the story of Parashurama. While this is not a part of the Parvasangraha Parva of Mahabharata, I am narrating it as told in the Bhagavata Purana. Of the kings of Haihaya lineage, a mighty king called Kartavirya was highly respected. He worshipped Lord Dattatreya and obtained many boons like strength, valor, etc., along with 1,000 hands. With such great power, he got a great amount of arrogance too. One day, he had been to river Reva along with his wives and playfully blocked the flow of water with his 1,000 hands. As the water changed its course, it flowed fiercely towards Ravana, the king of Lanka, who was on the other side. An offended Ravana fought with Kartavirya and lost to him in the battle. After duly insulting the demon king, Ravana, Kartavirya released him. Such valorous Kartavirya one day went to the forest along with his troops. He got tired and reached the cottage of sage Jamadagni, who received them respectfully and offered food to the entire entourage with the help of a divine cow in his cottage. On seeing this, the king grew a desire to own the cow. He sent his soldiers to bring the cow, and they separated the calf from the mother and brought the weeping cow to the kingdom. Rama, the son of sage Jamadagni, heard the story, picked up an axe, a bow, and bore his quiver and battle shield and went to Mahishmatipuram, the capital of Kartavirya. On seeing Rama, Kartavirya was offended as a boy who's a sage's son started acting against his nature and picked up the arms. He ordered his army to kill the boy, but Rama destroyed the army of 17 Akshohinis all alone, killed Kartavirya and brought back the cow. Sage Jamadagni, however, was not impressed by the act of his son and asked him to go on a pilgrimage to rid himself of the sin of violence, and Rama did so. One day, the king's sons, who learned nothing from the death of their father, beheaded sage Jamadagni when Rama was not home. Then Rama picked his Parasu, his axe, and attacked the kingdoms of the world for 21 times and destroyed all the kings who committed misdeeds against the learned men. With their blood, he made 5 lakes at Samanta Panchaka. At this very Samanta Panchaka, he offered oblations to his forefathers. Being satisfied and impressed by the mighty deed of Parasurama, His forefathers spoke with him. O Rama, we are pleased with your respect for us. We are impressed with the valor that you displayed. Ask your heart's desire. We shall grant you the boon, they said. Rama, who was overcome by sadness that took birth in his wrath, said, Please rid me of the sin of killing the kings of the world, and this place should be considered as a site of pilgrimage. The Pitrudevatas granted him the boon and restrained him from killing the Kshatriyas anymore. Towards the end of Dwapar Yuga, the armies of Kauravas and Pandavas fought a great battle at this very same Samantapanchaka. This is flat land without any defects in the terrain. 18 Akshauhinis of army and kings who gathered there lost their life. Such Samantapanchaka is revered in all the three worlds as a very sacred place, as at this place the world got rid of the kings who left the path of dharma not just once but twice. The sages then asked Sauti, O Sauti, you mentioned something about Akshauhini. What is an Akshauhini? Can you please elaborate? How big is an Akshauhini? Then Ugrasrava said, One chariot, one elephant, 5 foot soldiers, and 3 horses form a unit called Patti. 3 Pattis make one Senamukham. 3 Senamukhams make one Gulma. 3 Gulmas make a Gana. 3 Ganas make a Vahini. 3 Vahinis make a Prathuna. 3 Prathunas make a Chamu. 3 Chamus make an Anikini, and 10 such Anikinis make an Akshauhini. While 7 Akshauhinis fought on the Pandava side, 11 Akshauhinis fought for the Kauravas. Totally, 18 Akshauhinis participated in the war, which includes 3,93,660 elephants and 3,93,660 chariots, 11,80,980 horses, and 19,68,300 foot soldiers. In that war, Bhishma, who possessed the greatest of astras, led the battle for 10 days. Guru Drona led the troops for 5 days, and Karna led them for 2 days, and Shalya for half a day. Then the battle was fought with maces. On the last night, Ashwadhama, Kritavarma, and Kripacharya shamelessly killed the sleeping Pandava troops. Sage Ugrashrava Sauti then narrated the events of each of the Parvas to Rishi Saunaka and other sages sequentially. As we shall discuss each of the Parvas in detail, I am not covering the abridged version now. Thanking you. Jai Sriman Narayana.